Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a very long time, about 2 months exactly. Well, probably not exactly, but very close to that. And I apologize for the long wait. I don't really have an excuse other than... Ooh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to be. I'm just... I have been replaying through these sections to remind myself what we were doing, but I don't really have an excuse for why there was a large break like this. I made the first episode, and then I think I just was not motivated, or I wasn't ready to honestly start it. So here I am now. We're back. We're gonna do the whole game. I hope to release an episode every other day because I'm working on another series on the side. So we'll be doing episodes in between. So like it'll be probably one will drop today, and then we'll take a break for a day, and another one will drop. We'll be going back and forth between the two. Oh yeah, I'm a bandit is the correct answer here. Alois is a very joking guy, so you can usually aim towards jokes, and he'll like answers like that. Oh, I don't have auto on. So this episode, I know this sucks because I just started posting again. But this episode's going to be slow. We don't really have a lot to talk about. There's going to be mostly cutscenes and conversations that we're going to be listening in on. We don't have combat for probably another episode or two, but I believe if time allots it for this one, then we're going to go over what my plans are for every single member of the Golden Deer, what I plan to be building. I have not done the maddening difficulty yet. That has come out by the time of this recording. Haven't done it yet. Probably going to get to it pretty soon. I have some theories specifically about... I didn't know he was captain, I believe is the correct response here. Yeah. If you're doing a Black Eagles route, then there you go. But, how should I put this? I think the Golden Deer might actually have it the hardest out of the three when it comes to at least building a proper team to take on Maddening. And that's mostly because I don't think they have a very good physical tank. So, like, the Blue Lions, I believe, are perfectly set up for it. The Dew is essentially your Frederick of the bunch. You keep him away from magic, and you put him in front of physical people, and he will eat up the damage, and he's going to do a good job of it early and mid and late game. That's his job. But like someone like the Golden Deer, your options are between Hilda and Raphael, and I think Raphael as an armor knight is a worse version of Dedu, while Hilda is a less tankier version, but has a higher chance for dodge and doesn't get as completely fucked up with resistance as Dedu does. So that's the way I look at it. I think Raphael's probably the better candidate because I've done a half playthrough. I've gotten through half the game on another playthrough, so I'm like officially 3.5 or 4.5 playthroughs deep now. But I've been playing Hilda mostly as an armor knight, and I did some posting on Reddit, and people were very heavily disagreeing with me on that. She's probably better just as a wyvern, as you know, going down the wyvern route. So we're probably just going to try that out for this playthrough. I'm going to be doing a lot of experimenting. We'll talk about that when we get there, but for now we have these conversations to listen in on.
I might as well tell you now. I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my...
Yeah, wow, I forgot how long this intro was.
Exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit...
So there is going to be a choice after this whole conversation is done. It's probably going to happen in just a second here. Just basically you pick the person that you're going to end up in their house. So in this case, we're going to pick Claude for this question. Otherwise, like if you're going to go with the Blue Lions, you pick Dimitri. If you're going to go with the Black Eagles, you pick Edelgard.
One's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so
impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
So yeah, we're gonna go Leicester Alliance, but basically this is Claude's, and that's because any support or any relationship bonuses we get with the other two, they're just completely useless. And that's going to be the same for if you're picking their routes. So pretty much you only want to get bonuses with the person you plan on being with.
they're in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is not
We're going to be doing the same thing with birthdays. So, there's no actual right decision here. You just have to go through the whole list. She's a refined young woman, but I feel as though she's always evaluating me. He seems quite sincere, but I sense darkness lurking beneath. I don't know where you'd get that from, but okay. His easy smile is striking,
about the same.
though it seems that he has some secrets. Well, I'm sorry I blue bassed that one. I don't even think that's the proper thing to say, but I don't know. Are you awake? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm sorry if you hear that little plastic rattling sound in the background. That's the cat messing around with some stuff. Oh,
Part 1.
I don't know. It's nice to finally get back to this. I've been wanting to do this and I kept putting it off, but I finally pushed myself to go and do it, and I'm immediately happy that we're finally sitting here and we're going through this. If you're actually watching this and you subscribe to this channel just for this, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna be hoping to post daily content here, and for those looking forward to another review, I've got some reviews just around the corner.
The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
Oh man, straight into another cutscene. What do you guys think of the 3D models? I think they're very well made,
This will be your first time at the
but
monastery. I'd be happy to show
I believe they're very well made, but I don't think they have like the fluidity of actually manipulating the models like in gameplay completely down yet. This is definitely a very good starting point, and I'm excited to see what else they release on the Switch. I hope they release more on the Switch, but a little bit of fluidity would be nice because you'll notice it later. It's very easy to see characters get into like their animation locks in between like conversations. And I know that's like the resting pose, so they're always going to naturally go for that, and it's just easier to program it that way, but it still looks a little jarring sometimes in my opinion. And that looks like anime CG, dude. Hanuman.
Ray is here.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
So, we're gonna go over what their conversation like
It's been years since
there's a very like logic-based thing going on here when it comes to getting supports up with your decisions and conversations. Um, you've been here before, her. Well, yeah, he's clearly been here before, so her. I don't think we can get any supports up with Geralt in this conversation. I know you can later, but I don't think yet. Lady Rhea.
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers.
Yeah, it's the
of
same
teachings of
response
Ceres.
regardless in this
The
conversation.
leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has.
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see.
Oh, they know.
My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
So Rhea likes it mostly when you're very polite or if you ask questions regarding the Church of Ceres. So in this case, as long as we're polite to her, so we go and say my name is, then it's perfectly fine.
Fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students.
Seteth is a rule follower, so if you say anything that regards to the rules, then he'll normally appreciate that. Or if you're just helpful to him, he'll appreciate that. That's what we're mostly looking for when it comes to conversation pieces. Geralt likes it when you're skeptical of the church, and when you generally pretty playful or concerned with your own well-being. He likes those responses. So that's just a general guide if you don't feel like looking up the actual answers. But if you're watching this, well, then you'll get the correct answers regardless.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Ceros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
None of these responses matter.
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You
Just
can
look at
handle
that
things
shield
from
clipping,
here.
man.
Good luck.
His shield clipping into his shoulder was annoying the hell out of me.
I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy.
He likes it when you're just helpful towards him and when you show an interest in the crest studying. So just anything along that lines and he'll probably appreciate it.
Delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
So in this case, your songstress will result in supports up with her, but for future notices, she usually likes it when you're flirtatious with her.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middlefranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next emperor, king, and sovereign duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep
All
in mind
right.
that I've only notified the
So,
house leaders that you
pretty
have-
soon here we're going to talk about what we plan to put our units as this playthrough.
I suggest you
And
spend
if
your
we're being
time
honest when it comes to optimizing units,
in that bunch. But they're good kids.
if a unit can't efficiently use Wyvern Lord, Falcon Knight, cavalry units, so like Holy Knights and Dark Knights and Paladins, Great Knights aren't even necessarily needed. If your unit can't use those high mobile classes efficiently, then let's be quite frank, you aren't going for a fast map clear. Your map clear isn't going to be fast enough. But we're not necessarily going for that. We're just looking for possible other... We're just playing to have fun here, honestly. I enjoy optimizing, and I enjoy having like really nice stats and stuff like that, but I'm not super hardcore on it, so we're mostly just going to be trying out some newer, weirder stuff, and I'm pretty excited to talk about what I like to do, but we'll get there when we get there.
Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about the matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if
You know, they talk about this,
Yes.
and they talk about figuring out like who's building a conspiracy with the church.
Rhea,
They literally do nothing.
now I will
Like
have
nothing. None of their research comes to fruition. None of their intel really works until you like take it into your own hands. All right. So I believe we're gonna have one more cutscene here, and then afterwards we'll end this episode. Sorry, it's a bit of a slow one. That's just kind of how this works. But we'll end the episode for now, and then I will start up the next one, and we're gonna talk about team compositions and what we're gonna be doing this playthrough, and hopefully that will lead into a discussion of what you guys have been doing, what you guys have found has been working. I enjoy these sort of open-ended discussions, but we'll watch this cutscene and we'll call it good.